Are you sick of working the same menial job day after day? Do you want some change and adventure in your life? Well, then you would love to be a slime rancher. For the small price of moving 1,000 light years away from your friends and family, and $20, you can do just that. Slime Rancher is a first-person life simulation adventure game, originally released in early access in January 2016. For over a year and a half, the game was updated until August 1st, 2017, where it was released onto PC and Xbox, with a PlayStation version coming out about a year later, and a Switch port coming out in August of 2021. There was also DLC released in 2019, which added cosmetic changes and appearances. In Slime Rancher, you are, well, a rancher, named Beatrix LeBeau on a planet 1,000 light years from Earth. It is your first day as a slime rancher, and you don't know what to expect. You are thrown into a foreign land with red cliffs and a bluish-greenish sky, and that is all the information you have before being shown the controls. Without much time to take your new environment in, you see a small, round, pink creature happily jumping around. This is one of many slime you will see throughout the game. As you see the slime, your intuition tells you to throw food at it. After a second of throwing the food, it excretes the resource you are mainly farming in this game. Just as some farmers grow wheat or raise animals, you collect and sell This is a plort. It can be sold at the exchange for new bucks, and this is the main goal of the game, to farm and collect these plorts and sell them. Looking around, you will see the corrals to your right. You see one of many blocked off areas. Looking past the red barrier, all you see is a small opening to a cave, and looking at the information given to you by the terminal, you can see you're able to unlock the area with new bucks. This is something I really enjoy about the game. It doesn't bore you with 30 minutes of tutorials, it just says, hey, you farm poop, now deal with it. You don't get much information on your environment straight away, as to add a bit of mystery to the game, leaving the players with more questions asked than answers. What kind of slimes will I find on this island? What environments will I see? Was there someone here before me, and if so, who? And why am I selling the slime's poop? Most of these questions are answered during your playthrough. Most of them. On your ranch, you will see a terminal between your house and the plots of land where, upon opening it, you can get upgrades for your backpack. These upgrades include more space to carry things, boosters for more energy, a water tank, a pulse wave that pushes slimes away, extra health, and even a jetpack. These will all help you along your journey exploring the far, far range. Another feature on your ranch is the Range Exchange, which is the game's optional trading and reward system. There are 5 characters you can trade various items with: Thora West, Victor Humphreys, Ogden Ortiz, Mochi Miles, and Bob. They will all variously reach out to you asking for different materials, and over time, you can even visit their ranches and play in minigames to get resources. The 3 minigames you can play come from Victor Humphreys, Ogden Ortiz, and Mochi Miles. These games mostly consist of you collecting a resource to bring back to their ranch, and you are rewarded with new things for your ranch, such as new colors for your house or tofu to feed slimes. Exploring just a little past your ranch, you see slimes popping out of the ground, some red round berries and some carrots. I think Slime Rancher introduces the gameplay mechanics quite well, not overloading the player, making them feel overwhelmed. I feel like the start of a game is a big factor to how long people play for and how engaged they are. Overloading the player with a bunch of new features and mechanics can cause them to put down the game and do something else. Minecraft Legends. During your exploration, you may run into a hologram of the letter H. These are left by Hobson Twilgers. He is also a slime rancher and the previous owner of the ranch that you now call home. He had left the ranch to go on one last adventure, but first he took one last tour of the land to leave notes about his experiences in life. I think this is a really clever way to tell a bit of a story. Reading these logs in the game, you can see things like how Hobson lived on and changed the ranch in his time there, or something as silly as him losing a boot. Yes, you may be the only person on the far, far range now, but someone else used to call this foreign land home, and maybe you could too. As you set into the new unknown world before you, you find more slimes than just the pink slime. Rock slimes and tabby slimes are the same as pink slimes in that they are small little guys whose poop you sell, but they have more specific diets like veggies or meat. Selling the same type of plort at the plort market will cause the value of the plort to go down. This leaves the player with a choice of what kind of slimes to have on their ranch. You could go with pink slimes because they can eat anything, but they don't make a bunch of money. Or you could have a bunch of different kinds of slimes, but that would need different kinds of food, and you only have so much space. No matter where you are in the ranch, you can turn any plot of land into a corral, farm, even things like a pond and incinerator. These factors of scarcity of land and supply and demand in the market create a scarcity in the game, leading the player to make tricky decisions of what they want on their farm. As you get more into the game, you are introduced to a new mechanic, Largo slimes. These are fusions of slimes when one slime eats another's plorts. It's honestly kind of gross when you think about it, so let's move on from that thought. These are different from regular slimes in that they excrete 2 plorts instead of 1 for both parts of the fusion. They are also bigger, so you'll need to upgrade your corrals to support them and stop them from getting out. But what if I give a Largo a 3rd plort from a different slime? I bet it'll turn into an even better slime, right? No. This creates the tar. These are Largo slimes that have eaten a plort it did not produce, and they are annoying. There is another variation of the tar called Digitar, which appears as the threat in the virtual space of Victor's Slimulation. The tar infect the slimes around them, and can hurt the player. I mean, look at its diet on the wiki. This can lead to massive problems on the ranch, but just like Enderman and green old ladies, the tar do not like water, so just a little spray of water and problem solved. But these aren't the only slimes that are angry. No. There are also feral slimes. These slimes are Largos that got piss in their cereal and are taking it out on you. Unlike the tar, though, you can calm these slimes down by giving them food. They even give you plorts. As you're exploring the Far Range, you may run into a slime that is bigger than the rest. These unmovable blobs of goo are Gordos, and they hold the key to unlocking more of the map. Literally, there's a key that spawns when you throw 30 food at it. And with these keys, you're able to unlock beautiful parts of the map. With these keys, you will be able to explore places like a jungle-like island covered in moss and trees, where you can find slimes like the boom slime and the honey slime, or an old mining project from an unknown group, where you can find a radiation slime. Exploring these areas will help you find new slimes and make more money, aiding you in your adventure. Are you tuckered out from all that adventuring? Did you just take a fall and lose 12 hours of in-game time and all of your things? Then head behind your house to the right and purchase the Slime Lab. Coming with 4 plots of land and a lab, this adds some fun features to the game, such as drones that can collect resources and even sell plorts, warps for fast travel, decorations, and extractors to get the resources for your slime science projects. Building these machines can be very helpful in automating your farm, which is awesome, because then you can go do something productive and fun, like playing Cookie Clicker. But what do I get to show for all of my time and money spent on the ranch, besides just having that number? Well, the 7Z program, of course. 7Z is the company that helped you travel to the Far Range, and now they are offering an optional rewards program that gives rangers unique rewards for their range in exchange for new bucks. These can get pretty costly, but help you customize your farm. After a week in-game, you will get a mail from the 7Z Corporation, offering you a chance to participate, and if you choose to accept, there are 28 rewards for a total of 1,326,500 new bucks, which for anyone who's gotten to this point knows it is a long and monotonous grind. But hey, at least I got a cool slime statue. Going to the furthest spot on the map from your ranch, you come across some ruins with a new type of slime and food, the Quantum Slime and the Phase Lemon. As you explore the ruins and learn more about Hobson's final adventure, you come to a shrine of sorts, called the Transition. In the Transition, you need to place a plort from every slime, and only then will you be able to open the gate. Opening the gate takes you to the warp station, which is located at the end of the ancient ruins. Upon entering, you see Hobson's final note to you. He says that in the last moment, he had decided that his adventure wouldn't be through space and time, but with someone he loves. He had fallen in love with Thor West and had planned to move to her ranch instead of departing. He wishes you the best of luck on your big adventure and says his final goodbye. Before you stands 5 statues and a world of possibilities. This is technically the end of the story, so you can either go back to your ranch and keep playing, or you can adventure into the unknown. Seeing 5 slime statues that resemble the quantum slime, you throw plorts at them, the same as with the statues in the transition. After hours of adventuring, it is all led up to this moment. You step through the portal and are transported to a desert. This is the Glass Desert. Getting its name from the glass-like structure seen all around, this is quite a barren area. Or is it? You see crazy new slimes, ones like you could have never imagined, the dervish slime and the mosaic slime. But as you are exploring, the blue sky turns red and fire starts falling. This is something that regularly happens in the Glass Desert, and it is best to seek cover when it does. Exploring this barren wasteland further, you see a fountain. You must throw 3 plorts at the statues based on whatever slime it is. Doing this will activate the fountain and will spray ancient water. Ancient water is different from regular water because it is sparkly. If you shoot this ancient water at an oasis, it will bloom again with life. And that is mostly what you can do in the desert. After a while of playing, everything starts to feel familiar. You know the lay of the land well, and you've customized your ranch from the one that was at first so foreign to you to home. Sometimes in life, we have to move, whether in a physical sense of moving houses or metaphorically distancing yourself from people. And that can be hard, but I feel this game shows that you can make home anywhere, even in the oddest of places and people. At the start of your adventure, you are alone on an alien planet. By the end, you have made friends and even a place to call home. I think Slime Rancher is a beautiful game, and I think it's a really fun time. So if you're watching this video and you haven't played it, I think you should go buy it. But yeah, that's about it. That's about all I can say about Slime Rancher. There's probably a couple things that I might have missed, like decorations and such, but I think I covered like everything that's important. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe.